11th Hour is also like this Phantasmagoria, so it's a very B movie cliche. It's back when they like gave a lot. There's a lot of fucking blood on the thing.
Uh,
It's a fun game. But if you watch the shit for Phantasmagoria, I don't
I'm
know
trying
if
to
we're
find.
recording it
I'm
right
recording right
now,
now. I don't
but
know. Are we doing a
I
podcast now? All right, guys,
I guess
welcome.
so.
Welcome back to the most inconsistent podcast
Of your life.
of your
You don't
life.
even know about this.
Now
Is
we had a pretty good run
inconsistent.
going for a few weeks there, and we encountered some trials and tribulations.
It's always
Um,
them trials.
yeah, we're all going through some stuff. No, everything's good. CJ's making I think what they call money moves.
Yeah, yeah. We
I don't know,
keep that on the DL.
but we're not
Money
going to talk
moves
about that.
until. No, we're not going to talk about that. But I will tell you, my singing career's off to a great start. Not really. But
Oh wait, you
I
know what's
will.
weird? Oh wait, hold on a second. Do, can you do you hear any
I,
audio coming out from that video that I'm sharing right now?
oh no, I gotta click on that shit.
Well, I
I'm
don't
only
hear it
watching
either.
this. Oh,
Script was written, which would form the basis for one of the most ambitious and risky adventure game productions.
yeah.
Was it all worth it?
All right, a lot of technical difficulties in this.
The Grimbeard Diaries.
All right, that's a YouTube channel. Disregard that. Disregard the other YouTube channels.
Yeah, this is the stuff. This is stuff that I miss us doing. I wish that we got back into found footage and everything. I keep getting
Phantasmagoria is a
compliments on
third-person
Is that something that we used to do? We used to do found footage movies.
yeah. No, I keep getting good
We
compliments
did
on
do, yeah. I mean, we did do a porn parody of the Blair Witch Project. We call it the Bust Witch Project. It ends with me run down to the basement and you're jerking off with your face in the corner, and then I trip in a puddle of your splooge and fall over.
Yep,
Guys, listen,
done.
this is only the highsbrow comedy here on New Game Plus Productions, formerly Drunk Ass Gaming.
Yeah, we definitely we go above and beyond when it comes to our production value.
And listen, one of these days we'll get back to porn parodies. Eventually, you know, when this YouTube money dries up, ultimately, Plan C is to start an OnlyFans. So you just got to hold out long enough, deprive of money, and eventually we'll make that OnlyFans.
Eventually.
Yeah, CJ, we can make whatever content you want. You just got to let me know.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I definitely know that.
horror adventure
I'm
game
thinking of
developed
like
by Sierra and released in 1995 to great success, abetted by glowing reviews from critics.
Oh, this is like a straight up documentary we're watching right now.
yeah, go
And a fair
type in
amount of controversy.
Phantasmagoria trailer and you're gonna find it. You will find the trailer for it. There it is. I think I got the HD. Oh, they're making a movie of it? That's fucked.
Wait, why isn't this working? Click on
Like on that top one.
it. Who is this guy? Excuse me.
I think he's
The minister of massages, Doctor Bad Touch,
dude, this game got a lot of flack back in the day.
Duke Von Bad Touch.
Coming from Roberta Williams.
Is that Robert Williams to pretend to be a Latino woman? Oh hey ho ho. Yeah, I was gonna say something there, and I said, you know, I was no reason to make it racial this early into the podcast. That's really more of an
Yeah,
hour in
right.
kind of joke. What is happening right now?
It's the making of. They didn't have real game trailers back in the day. Oh man, I just wanted to see some of the crazy shit though.
Oh, they did this all in front of a green or a blue screen. That's interesting.
Yeah, remember it's all in a PC built world.
It's made in Soviet Russia. What's with the background music?
Look at this.
Where's that guy get up to?
I think in one spot, like somebody's head explodes, and people were like, "What?" Yeah, we better not. We better not get hit for any.
We're gonna get hit with everything.
Fucking.
The creator of Phantasmagoria. I mean, listen, I'm banking this guy killed himself with sexual degeneracy many years ago. Judging by the things I'm seeing in this trailer, I'm guessing this guy is long dead. Yeah, there, little kid. Okay.
All right. So what I want you to do is instead of put trailer because that trailer didn't do any justice.
That wasn't that was like a trailer for like the behind the scenes DVD or something. It didn't tell you anything about the game. All it did was break the fourth wall by showing you a bunch of BTS stuff.
Do Phantasmagoria. I'm trying to think. Maybe
Roll 34.
Maybe no, don't do that. Game. Yeah, look at you. You're the first one to punch back into our jokes. It wasn't me this time.
That's a good point.
Go type in Phantasmagoria crazy scene or something like that.
Okay, let's see what that comes up with. It's just a hardcore penetrative sex scene. Well, that was crazy. Was not expecting to see that. This is
somebody's let's play the whole. Yeah,
dude, that's that's the fucking thing with YouTube now. Like, you can't. I think I've talked about this before, but you can't just like find a clip of something. It's always like somebody talking about a clip of something.
There we go.
So are you playing as the dude?
No, the girl.
You play as the girl?
Yep.
Oh, that's not a good position to be in then. That's what you call a game over.
And you died.
Be sure to contact the police and ask for your game over kit.
So it's like one of those point and clicks where it's like, oh shit, I need to grab something. There are some of the scenes that you see. Wait.
What did she do? Like throw salt in his eye or something?
I think it was acid.
Well, I mean, that's why you don't choke a girl out within arm's reach of acid.
Let me see your face. Are you all right?
Yeah, you're learning that lesson the hard way, buddy.
Are you all right? Yo, I better see his face melting.
Why did you just wait? She just waited around to get strangled again. Are you kidding me?
This is one of those games like Night Trap where you get so mad. So we know you're gonna hit him in the face with that stuff.
Well, then you gotta get out of there.
And then you gotta maybe club him with the 2x4 or hit him with the book. That's what I would do. Hit him with the book. Go for it. What's she doing? Looking around. There you go.
Just kiss him. Just
That's all he wants.
What is
Oh.
You know, nothing for nothing. The New York State's advice is you should soil yourself. And at this point, it couldn't hurt. What is he? Is he speaking French?
I think that this is in German.
Oh, holy shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
So, by the way, it is what I like to call just a little over the top.
Ah. I like how this guy's had like could have killed her many times over, but instead he's like, no, I have to strap you into the chair and hit you with my Rube Goldberg of Death Machine. I have to kick the rat that rolls the marble, that tips the cup, that hits the dominoes. Okay, if I kill you any other way, I won't be able to come tonight. So just let me strap you in.
It's so crazy. Like, and I got this game because I remember the controversy behind it, where I was like,
I think that's why I know it, because it was Jesus Christ. I mean, I kind of get the controversy around it. Yeah, there probably hadn't been like head splitting to that detail in a video game before. And this was it probably.
Why would she do it on her own? She just killed herself by grabbing the wrong thing.
The launch of this probably coincided with that whole like D&D like satanic scare kind of thing that was going on in America at the time.
Oh yeah.
So parents saw this. They're like, well, great. They're gonna play this. They're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons, and they're gonna do a blood eagle on our cat Snickers.
I can't believe how many times we just watched this same scene.
Is it just playing the same thing over and over again, or this person's just like exhausting all the different options?
Oh, pepper spray.
Was that her inhaler?
Maybe. He's like, oh, my drugs. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Now everything's fine in the world.
this was all just an intricate Flonase commercial. Flonase.
Flonase. This is how you breathe easier.
Do your sinuses feel like they're splitting your head open?
Oh.
Get some relief. Get some sinus relief with Flonase.
Obviously, he wasn't too thrilled about that.
Yeah, one of the side effects is it does turn you into a psychopathic, overly complex killer. Okay, let's try all right, we're hit him with the Flonase again.
And now I need to throw something at him.
But this time we'll follow it with an Aleve and a seltzer, and that's a deadly combination.
Turns out, oh. See?
So is the whole game's not in English?
Oh, no, it is in English. This is just somebody probably from Germany that was like, we're going to just do that.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Eventually, he might win. This game had a lot of people, like, up in arms, as you can tell.
Oh, I bet.
So, like, remember the 90s, they were trying to, like, the government was trying to go in on video game violence, which this game, I could tell you, probably isn't something that should have been created out. Like, I understand where it's at.
Oh, I mean, I'm glad we're both glad they made it, but yeah, I mean, I get it at the time, and probably being live action probably didn't help it because it just makes it seem so much more like visceral.
And that was the big thing. The big draw is like a lot of stuff live action and all that. It's like Street Fighter became a thing where people were peed off with Street Fighter because you literally went in. Is he stabbing her armpit?
What did he? Yeah, he like shaved her neck a little bit and then strapped her back in.
You gotta have a clean shave for another clean shave.
I know the guy literally had a knife to his neck. He was like, "Nope, I have to strap you in and destroy you with the hidden axe."
So like, and that's my thing is like, what is she doing? I guess we gotta play the game to find out. This is gonna.
Dude, I was gonna say honestly, if you have this game, yeah, I'm saying we have to play. I mean, this is exactly the kind of thing I like to do for Let's Plays on our channel. These kind of like more like narrative driven, kind of interactive kind of games. I think that's perfect for our style. Yeah, we should absolutely. I would love to do this game.
He's like, but you're fine with me now? He must be like her boyfriend and he's possessed.
Yeah, wait, what did she give him?
I don't know, like...
Use condom. Remember when you used this last night?
Hey, have your baby in me.
You brought the Trojan, or you brought the Magnum, and I said, honey, that's nice, but not necessary.
Oh, this is all.
And you said, no, I can use a Trojan, or I can use a Magnum, and I said, honey, that's probably not safe. Probably not safe to use a Magnum.
There's the demon.
It's just like a B-movie version of Alien. Holy shit. Oh my god, are you serious right now? Dude, what the fuck?
Yikes.
Oh my god. Alright, dude, alright, this game fucking rules. Okay, we gotta stop watching this.
Yeah.
Dude, we have to do this. We have to do this for the channel. I think this might be our next Let's Play. So you got it on PC. You have it. Do you have it downloaded to this laptop that you're on right now?
Yep.
Okay. So we got to figure out. We'll connect offline and figure out some way to do that. So then you'll play and you'll stream it to me, and then I'll record it.
Yep. Then there is So then go into the 11th hour. 11th hour is the other one that I got, which is also, I don't think it is as crazy as this. It is 11th hour PC type in a PC game.
Does that have a cougar in it?
Murder, mystery, and mayhem. The game is
Yep.
about to begin.
It's the Golden Girls?
The 11th hour
The Golden Girls just murdered Brendan Fraser?
continues not only the storyline of its groundbreaking predecessor, 11th Hour also establishes a new benchmark in 3D gameplay. 70 years ago, the twisted toymaker Henry Stoff terrorized the countryside. After a series of child murders, Henry mysteriously died. Now, more than 2 generations later, the mystery remains unsolved, and only Stoff Mansion holds the key to unraveling the riddle. It's up to you to explore this house of horrors and find your way out, if you can, by weaving gameplay with full-motion, full-frame film footage.
Also, we got a cat for a week. We got a cougar for a week.
We're gonna add this into our game.
Please, I can't get out.
A cast of 18 characters haunt the Stoff Mansion. Interactive gameplay.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Is each character has like some sort of
What the fuck was that? Is that Animorphs?
yeah. Turns out it's bondage.
The 11th Hour sequels of The Seventh Guest for PC CD-ROM, Mac CD.
Oh yeah, so it's a sequel to The Seventh Guest, which is another one of these games. Type in 11th Hour crazy scene, and you'll see. It won't ruin it, but you'll see some of the crazy stuff. It's a trailer, of course. You might have to type in PC, 11 hour PC. Goddamn Brian Gumble, Brian Williams.
The 11th Hour. Wait, what am I? Hold on.
11th hour game. PC game, crazy scene. And then you can fast forward a little, hit those credits in. So basically, this is like what the game starts off in, like for the theater parts of it.
Uh-huh.
But like the whole, it's also a narrative driven, which has some crazy stuff in it.
I have a rule about people I work with.
It is not as
I have
face ripping as Phantasmagoria.
I have a rule with people I work with. I can only have sex with them. I only sleep with people that I work with. Yo, is this guy me?
Is that you on the motorcycle?
Dude, this might be my midlife crisis coming up right here. I'm like days away from literally just buying a leather jacket and a motorcycle. Fuck it.
Wearing your big dog t-shirt.
Dude, all right. CJ, how far are we in? 20 minutes in, CJ made a reference to past episode.
I can make that reference because you've already referenced one of our episodes before me, so now it's fair game of how it works.
All right, I guess so. I don't know. Saying Rule 34, I don't think is whatever. Just because I'm a guy that appreciates Rule 34. Just because I like artistic pornography.
So yeah, so this game, it's fun. It's like one of those puzzler games where you just go in and you just got to figure out like what's exactly happening and all that.
That hand is your cursor?
Yep. And you got to think at the time for PC gaming, like you ever play the game like Myst and all those games?
Yeah.
They're fucking super puzzly games. That's what everybody was into. Listen to this porno music.
It's like Spyro music. Looking for the dead babies. I think this guy might be a child killer. I hope he just killed them. He did. I hope he didn't also molest him too. Looking for a child killer. Yeah, it is kind of inappropriate for the way of the situation. Oh, here we go. Yeah, baby. It's like crew music. Yeah, baby. Looking for a child killer.
Maybe if I touch that door back there, or look around, what's in the fireplace? Oh, baby bones.
Boy, in the age of COVID, this kind of interactiveness is not aged well. Just go in rooms, just touch everything.
Stop. Hit a bottleneck.
Wanna get fucked up?
Drink some of that tonic water. It'll let your pubic hair grow 10 feet long.
Who's talking right now? All right, we can't just watch a PC. We can't just watch gameplay of it and comment over it. That's plan C. If we can't get the remote stream to work, we'll just pull up a video of somebody else playing the game and comment over it.
And just comment over it. A long play and actually do. Thank you, Johnny B. Good, video game long player.
Thanks for the footage, chump.
Chump.
So you've been buying a lot of games, CJ. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Making full use of the Steam sale.
Yeah, that sucks. I hate doing it because I feel like my wallet's out. My wallet's out a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, the Steam summer sale is the time to do that, though. Like, I think that's the best way to do it, is just like really not buy that much stuff throughout the year and then just splurge on the summer sale through Steam.
Yeah.
See, I myself, I've been going back to the PS4. I've been going back and playing all those games this last few weeks. So I went back. I had beaten Days Gone, but I didn't like completionist it. So I was going back and like finishing some of the side quests for that game. Do you ever play that game on the PS4? It's a PS4 exclusive.
I have it. I bought it.
If you ever get time to play it, yeah, you might really enjoy that. That game starts off really slow. Here, I'll pull up the thing for it.
That's what you said though, but once you start getting into it, it gets pretty cool.
Yeah, because they kind of sold it with the whole like horde zombies thing. So you think that's going to be like the main. Damn, that shit's fucking so loud. So you think it's going to be like the main gameplay mechanic, but really it doesn't like you don't start running into that stuff until about like halfway through the game. But once you do, it's fucking awesome. But still, everything leading up to it is really great. Like the gameplay and the atmosphere is a lot of fun. The story has some like pacing issues. Some of the plot lines are kind of stupid. The characters are kind of dumb too. Well, I didn't realize it wasn't showing. There we go.
Everything that mattered was gone.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, there's a lot to like. Yeah, the story has some pacing problems, and like some of the interactions, like the relationships, are kind of weird. It's a great game though. I really enjoyed it. So, anyways, I went back. I was playing that. Yeah, I did a completionist that. I never finished Horizon Zero Dawn, so I went back and I finished the last part of that game. That's another one where it's like the gameplay for that game is so good, and I don't care about any of the characters. I don't care about any of the story. I don't
see that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in that game is in it. They're doing a sequel, and I'm excited to like play the game because like the idea of like, I mean, you're basically running around with these like cool weapons fighting like robotic dinosaurs and stuff. Yeah, so it's a lot like Monster Hunter, like those kind of boss fights. So it's so much fun. But yeah, like I don't give a shit about anything that's going on in the story. They tell like the entire story through these little like audio recordings that you find. Because it's all in this like post-apocalyptic thing, and so you run around the ruins and stuff, and you find these little like holotapes that explain to you like what happened basically to get to that point. It's basically like Terminator plot. But yeah, it's a cool idea, but like they just the way they describe it to you is just like so uninteresting. You don't really see anything. It's all done through like you're just listening to little holotapes throughout the whole thing.
You don't care about the like characters. See, that's the thing with
yeah.
games.
I don't care about the main character. She's totally, yeah, it's totally, yeah. I want to say more stuff about it, but it's hard to talk about it without like spoiling stuff. But it's like, yeah, just like all her priorities are like totally fucked. I find her totally disinteresting. Everybody she meets is like really uninteresting also. So then at the end, it's like you and like your best friends fighting the monsters. I'm like, I don't care about any of these people right now. The gameplay was really fun, but I don't care about any of these people.
I don't give two rats asses about this.
So I finished that.
A shame.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a lot of the PlayStation games. Maybe it's just me, but it's just like the gameplay is so. Because I say the same thing about The Last of Us 2. Also, it's like the gameplay is so fun. It's so good, and like the atmosphere is great. Like the game is great, but like the characters are totally uninteresting. I don't care about anyone in the game. I don't care about anything that's going on in the plot of the story. That's basically my criticism of Days Gone too. Is that like the story's kind of fucked too. So it seems to be. I don't know if it's like a me thing, but like with a lot of these PlayStation exclusives, like the game's so fun, but it's like I don't know. These people just have such a hard time making like likable characters. Yeah.
Driven narrative. That's why. So, but that's why I liked. That's why I liked Until Dawn and stuff, because you actually do feel bad for the characters in there. And I'm not going to say like I'm pulling for like every character in there, but like you at least you have some sort of emotion towards all of them.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Well, that's
the
the thing.
preppy
Yeah.
bitch, you're like, yo, fuck you, and then finally she starts to open up, and you're like, okay, maybe. But that's the big thing is like that's the draw for that game is just the fact of like everything that's happened with it. Plus it gives you that, and they straight out say it's like an 80s 80s horror movie, slasher movie.
Right.
Like all the
And
tropes are like, oh shit, don't go in there, don't go in there. And it's like that's what brings you into the game.
yeah, everyone in this game, you either I'm playing the trailer right now. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I do.
But everyone in this game, you either like them or you hate them, but at least you feel something about them. Like you're not totally apathetic. And in this kind of like slasher kind of theme, like that's kind of what they want. Like they either want you to like be endeared or like actively dislike the characters. And some of them were designed to be unlikable. Like that chick, the Asian girl. I don't know if she was Asian, but
Yeah.
like she was very clearly supposed to be someone that you don't like.
Don't like because she was a bitch. And that's why I really liked it, is because your choices throughout the whole game shift you into a different ending. Like that's what makes that type of game, you know?
Yeah.
I can't think of a game that I played where I'm like genuinely like the characters, the way that they built them. I'm like, oh yeah. Like there's games out there I definitely know I played that had that feeling, but like the one game I will tell you where I was there's two games now I'm thinking of both of them. Back in the day was on PlayStation 1, Final Fantasy 7. I know it's everybody's go-to and shit.
Yeah.
But spoiler alert, when Aerith dies, you're like, yo, what the fuck? That like changes the game all the way around. And you're like, I remember playing it, I was like, yo, I'm almost sad for this video game character because of like the emotional roller coaster you went through. Final Fantasy games are usually good with it, same with like 10. And then the other game where it's like I was emotionally invested, which is a more recent game, was like The Walking Dead Part 1. I never played Part 2.
Oh,
like
yeah. Yeah,
Part
same here.
1,
Yep.
when you get to the end of that whole series, you're like, yo, I just went through this whole fucking thing. And like now you throw in these monkey wrenches and you're like, yo, that just emotionally you're drained because you just witnessed like people that you've grown accustomed to liking just
Right.
fucking falling right off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's a great example. Yeah, that's a great example of a game that's like actually has you like rooting for characters and caring about characters.
Narrative driven, and I think that's what you see, like we're seeing a lot of when it comes to like games now. I just don't feel like they're as driven.
Yeah.
I miss the times of like video games that were movie based, right? Like that, or the idea of a movie game, to where you literally you follow the whole course and it builds and builds, and then at the end reveal and then over.
Yeah, well, I
Even
mean,
though-
and it's not like every game has to be that way. Because like the other game I started playing was I went back and I started replaying Bloodborne again. So and I actually just beat it today.
Did you?
And that's a game where it's like
No.
there's no story, there's no like care. I mean, there's a plot, there's a plot line, and there's care, but it's so like spursed out.
Sure.
You basically have to like go and watch a YouTube video to figure any of it out. But by and large, like you're playing that game not for like the plot or the story of it. You're doing it for like the gameplays, and that's fine. But then if you're going to do like a narrative driven game like Horizon Zero Dawn or something, then it's like you gotta. I mean, the characters has to be likable, and then you have to care about like the situation that they're in and the struggle that they're going through.
Yeah.
And I just
you can't. You go one or the other, right?
right. Yeah, so I mean, Days Gone, I like the characters in that game. It's just that their story has some pacing problems. It just kind of gets dragged out, and then there's kind of like a climactic moment where you're hoping for this thing's going to happen, and then it happens, and nobody seems to care about it. So like, what? This is so strange. Horizon Zero Dawn just didn't care about anything. Didn't care about anything that was going on. It was a cool story. Like it's basically like Terminator, which is cool. Like in theory, it's a cool idea, but like the way they tell, the way they convey the story to you was just like totally uninteresting.
See, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's
I'm trying
a
to
shame.
think. Even I played Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
And that's a great game. But even that one started to like. Well, I should be careful how I criticize that game. No, I like the story on that one. It's just, I guess that's one where like the gameplay got a little bit repetitive.
A little stale.
So I guess that's not bad. Yeah, no, yeah, that one's actually has a pretty good. I did like the character in that one a lot, and that has a pretty good story to it. Yeah, if you get time to play that one, you might really like that one too, CJ. But that's another one where it's like, you got to be ready to sink like 30 to 60 hours into it. Like it's not something you're going to be able to beat in like 15 hours.
And those are games I'm trying to stick right away from.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody got time for that shit.
That's a tough one.
Like, I wish I had time to just, if we were doing this podcast 15, 20 years ago, or even when I was in college, I would say college, perfect timing to where I'd be like, yeah, man, all right, I'll complete it out. You remember those days when I was back at my dad's house? We'd sat down and played fucking Dead Space 2 or 3 online, and we just rolled into that game. Rolled into it, beat it, and then that would be a fun one to watch, too.
You want a Dead Space 3 trailer? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, just the Dead Space 3 when you see the 2 different fucking things as a multiplayer, with the birthday stuff. Like, to me, that is the best part. Oh, this is the daycare too. You might have to put in Dead Space 3 co-op birthday party. This was such a fun, like, if there was anything in a game, and that's the big draw, is I wish we could see Split on there, but if there was anything in a game that just made you happy, was like playing this, and one of you gets to see a cool fucking birthday party, and the other one gets to see a dilapidated
Yeah, this was a really cool, and for us to happen totally organically, where we were just like going through this. Sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. We were going through this mission, talking to each other, and then I honestly can't remember which one was seeing. One of us was seeing like some horror thing, the other one was seeing a birthday party. I can't remember who saw what, but we started talking to each other like, dude, you see that fucking shit? Like,
yeah, I think
the birthday party stuff. Like, no, dude, it's like dead bodies and stuff. I'm like, yeah, what are you talking about, dude?
I think it was I don't remember. I feel like it was like I was seeing the normal shit.
Were you playing as? Do you remember if you were playing as Isaac or the other guy?
I was playing as Isaac, so I was actually seeing probably what we're seeing here. Or no, which one's Isaac? Probably not Red Suit, right?
Yeah, no. So you would have saw the gory stuff, right? Because I think the whole thing was that Isaac was losing his sanity.
Oh, that's right. And I remember it was so funny because one of us was like, yo, did you see that shit? And you're like, what the fuck is with all these balloons in here? And I'm like, what balloons? This is a game that they have to resurrect back. If they're going to bring back anything, this, like, the third one was probably, it, like what people say, it is the weakest link out of all of them.
It's the weakest one by far. I love the second one.
Second one was an amazing game.
Actually, I went back and I played the first one not that long ago, just a few months ago.
And I like the first one too.
It's great, yeah.
And that's the thing with it is like, yo, this game was such a good. This is such a good survival horror game.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, I mean, especially in the age of like Capcom and Resident Evil having like a newfound resurgence. Like you think the niche is there for Dead Space to come back stronger than ever if they did it right.
Dude, I know, and they could too. That's the thing about this shit.
I remember this
I
game.
thought,
I mean, like the co-op thing it's a cool idea, but if you're talking about like survival horror, it's probably better if you're just by yourself.
look at the fucking. I think we're actually now getting to see. Oh, we're seeing the other screen. So these must be. Or no, it's still the same guy. So maybe this guy gets to see the fucking crazy.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
that
So
there.
he's seeing the birthday party. Yeah, look at yep. This is the shit though. Like, and when it's like you're seeing like broken like boxes.
I wonder if
This is
they
such a
show it from the other
fun
person's perspective.
No, unless you crank forward a lot.
Oh shoot! I was really hoping it was going to show it from both perspectives.
Man, I know.
But anyways, yeah.
This-
So I mean, like that's a cool. Again, like I think this one's still the weakest of the three,
But this
and
this
co-op
one,
largely doesn't work if you're going for like a survival horror thing. But I still think that was a cool idea that they had.
Yeah, and I think you can do it. You can do it correct. The survival horror.
I mean,
thing.
like this is fun. Like it's fun to like play this with a friend. It's just it's not scary. So you got to decide like do you want to do scary or do you want to do like a fun shooting
Like
aliens with your
Gears of
friends
War.
type game?
And that's what sold Gears of War, right? Like at the end of the day, you play Gears of War.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's basically what this becomes.
co-op,
Like as soon as you
yeah.
bring your buddy in, yeah, you're basically just playing. And you have like there's no shortage of ammo, so it's just like just you and your buddy blasting through aliens.
Yeah, and that's it.
Oh, speaking of which, there's a this new aliens game coming out.
Shut up, for real.
Yeah, I like just heard about this.
Is it gonna be like isolation?
It's like I think it's like exactly what we were just talking about. Like it's you and your buddies shooting down aliens. Like it's not a horror game.
I did not hear about this.
Yeah, I've heard nothing about this, and it's like releasing in another month, I think.
That's freaking crazy. Oh, by the way, if for everybody watching this is like our E3 and video game episode, the one that everybody's been waiting for. We
Oh,
haven't
this is
gone
our
off the
E3 cover.
rails yet.
What nothing happened.
I know there's
E3 came and went, and nothing. Like the biggest announcement was fucking what Metroid Dread got announced.
isn't that crazy? I
No,
know.
nobody had anything to say. PS4 or PlayStation totally got caught with their pants down. They had nothing to show. I feel like
Oh yeah, they didn't even
Xbox
go.
Xbox got kind of walked away from that looking the best.
Yeah,
And
PlayStation.
they really didn't
even
have anything.
a thing.
PlayStation had nothing. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so you're fighting in the hive. Yeah. Me and you might co-op beat the shit out of this game.
Yeah,
That looks pretty cool.
I'm pretty excited for that. So it comes out.
I actually
Yeah, a little over a month.
August 24th. I'll tell you, I think Nintendo had the better run for E3. Only thing that sells me on Nintendo and why I was happy about it, and like I don't really care about Smash and all that shit. We can get rid of that idea. Like who cares about that whatever his face was from fucking Tekken is going to be in there. Like I don't care. What got me though is that they redid an advanced warfare or advanced what tactics game or whatever it is. Oh God, why can't I think? Why can't I think about
Hold on,
it?
I'm trying to find what you were talking about here.
Oh, it's there. All you gotta do is say Nintendo. It's on that one. If you fast forwarded it,
Tactics.
advanced. What's that game? Advanced Wars. So look for Advanced Wars.
Okay. Life is Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, Worms Rumble, Asteria, 2 Point Campus, Super Monkey Ball,
That's pretty cool. Stoked about that.
Metroid
Mar-
Dread.
I'm cool with that. and Just Dance.
This came out June 15th. Was that really when E3 was? Was it that long ago?
Yeah. WarioWare, that's the game. That's another game I'm excited for. Fatal Frame,
Oh,
I'm excited for
I didn't even know
because
about
we
that.
should play this game. Did
Yeah,
you
I
ever
wouldn't.
play Fatal Frame?
No, that's a thing where it's like people keep showing it to me, and then I'll see it for like a few minutes, but I haven't actually gotten to play it yet. I think we
Yep.
almost
So
did something on the show.
I have it on the PlayStation 2. That could be a game too. I fucking love that game. This one wasn't as it wasn't as big as the other two. I
Advance
played
Wars
this.
1 and 2.
That's the one. Yo, this is a Game Boy Advance game that came out, and then they announced this, and I'm like, "Yup, I will be buying you so
Oh, I
fast."
recognize this. Yeah.
So it's all tactical. It's one of those games,
Oh, that looks
which I
fun.
just, dude, it's pretty cool. These games are really fun. Why I like it too is like if you have a unit that's on a hilltop and you're fighting somebody from below the hilltop, you gain a better ground from it because you have the point of vantage. So
Yeah.
it's a
You're like
lot of
Obi-Wan.
like
You have the high ground.
you have the high ground. You got to figure out a lot of tactical stuff for it. But when they announced this, because I think I had the second one on the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if I have the first one, but that's one of those games you play and you're like, yeah, that's fucking such a fun game, such a tactical game.
Yeah, that looks. I wonder what the cost on that's going to be. Is that going to be like a full release or?
I think it'll be a $40 game. Hyrule Warriors expansion pass. And then this is the big thing that a lot of people talked about. You were kind of hovered over it was the Legend of Zelda, the small little Game and Watch system because it has like Legend of Zelda 1 and 2.
Where is it? Oh,
It's got like Legend of Zelda 1 and 2, and then it also has on it Link's Awakening and like this Game and Watch game that they repurposed for it, which is cool. You get like 4 games. A lot of people say that this is going to be a collector's item, just because they're going to have a limited press on it, which is it's cool. I don't mind it. I wouldn't spend $50 for this though. I won't lie to you.
$50. Yeah, that's a
$50.
little steep.
Yeah, and it's got a playtime clock, so you can like play. You can do like challenge modes and stuff to where it's like real time out, which I get. I'm not. If I want to do that, I'll just put a timer on my Google, and it'll scream at me when I can't beat a game.
Yeah, I mean, can somebody make something like this with a Raspberry Pi or whatever pretty easily?
100%. 100%. You can make this, but 3,000 times better. $150. You can buy for $150 online they call them like Pocket Goes. I've been doing research on them. They're portable emulators that'll play from regular Nintendo all the way up to PlayStation 1. And some of them run Dreamcast emulation.
Oh wow.
Like, and it's $150 and you can have it all there. Like, to me, this is just like Nintendo's just trying to get that fan base. And then at the end, like when they talked about like, okay, so oh yeah, there's going to be a new Breath of the Wild. That's fun. Which they are like you already knew about that.
Yeah, that's no shock. Oh, and we already
Yeah,
knew about it too.
yeah, and then the last piece that really they thought was gonna get them is Skyward Sword. The
Which is cool.
remake of Skyward
I haven't played that.
Sword.
I'd be stoked to play that on the Switch.
I picked up a copy for my Nintendo Wii, really, really good priced. So that's one of the few ones that I haven't played at all. Just like I was so gung ho into the Breath of the Wild one, like I was playing it nonstop when I first got my Switch, and then I kind of just was like, yeah, the story, like the story didn't capture me. I like like what we were talking about. I liked
On
it
which one are you talking about?
on Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, so you never beat that one?
No, I like the story and stuff, and just like everything else, Link saves Hyrule, but it's like, I don't know. I miss the old formula. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's something about like I know people are like, oh, it's like The Witcher and all those, where it's like it's an open world. You can do whatever you want. I don't like that. I want some structure in my goddamn life. I want to know what to go in and do. Like if I'm going into a dungeon in Legend of Zelda, I know it's the Earth dungeon, so I'm gonna
Uh,
get my fucking grappling hook. Like I don't know. To me, like there's too much freedom in some of these games and then I get lost. That's why Skyrim, I was like, I gotta just beat the game. I don't care about side quests. I don't care about anything else. I just gotta beat the game.
mhm.
And because if I go into the woods, I'll be staring at a fucking flower for 4 hours trying to figure out the meaning of life in a fucking briar patch
Just tripping
while
out.
this whole game's just unfolding.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I beat Breath of the Wild, but I was definitely like telling myself like, okay, I need to finish this game. Like I do force myself to finish games. I mean, that's what I just did with Horizon Zero Dawn. I really had no interest in going back to that game, but I felt like, well, I should finish the game, and that's kind of how I felt about Breath of the Wild, dude. I had never played a Zelda game really leading up to that before, and I enjoyed it, but like the entire time I felt like completely out of the loop because
Jesus.
Link keeps meeting characters, and it's like they're talking to each other like they've known each other, which I guess they do if you know the plot or whatever. But the entire time I was like, I feel like I'm out of the loop. Like everybody seems to know what's going on here, and I have no idea who any of these people are or what any of these conversations are about.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I will tell you right now, man. You need to go and play some older. I'm not saying go to NES. Like you could go to the NES and the first one's so. It's not gonna drag you. The game that really got me going with it was Link to the Past off of the Super Nintendo.
Uh,
Even at that though, West, I wouldn't tell you that that would be the game that I'd want you to go play. If you want to have like a really good experience, I hate saying it because people will be like, "Oh, that's such the mainstream game." But like Ocarina of Time, that's one of those games that you play it and you're like, "Yo, this is just a fun fucking game. Like, let's keep moving through it." And
they
then like
they brought
if
that to
you
the
really
3DS, I think, right? Did they ever bring that to the Switch?
mm,
Maybe not.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because I will tell you right now, like Ocarina of Time, 3DS had Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is an underrated classic with them too. Not many people
Dude, the
liked
the
it.
3DS had Metal Gear Solid 3 on it too. There's some like really cool games on that system.
Yeah, and that's what kills me about the Switch. The Switch, you can do so much more.
I know. I would love if they brought some of the Metal Gear Solid games over to the Switch. That would be awesome.
Yeah, Hideo Kojima. Did you hear that they're going to make a new Metal Gear game?
No, is that true?
Konami, yeah, Konami trying to put it out.
But without.
Um, without Kojima.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's like a porn movie without narrative. You just won't watch it.
It's like a porn movie without a penis. So think about making a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake.
Oh yeah, so yeah, and that's another thing that makes me so mad because Konami owns it. They can just be like, "We'll just remake all of this," because what they want to do, and this is so sad, is they want to like pretty much erase Hideo Kojima outside of the whole thing. Just be like, "All right, fine, we'll take Metal Gear Solid 1 and we'll just twist it our Konami way."
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind like a remastered version of that, but like you don't need Konami to do that. You can have Bluepoint
There's
do it. They've been doing just like amazing remakes and remasters of these different games, and they keep it totally pure to like the original vision of the game. They just did a really good one for Demon's Souls that I'm really excited to play. I've heard like nothing but amazing things about. And there's some rumor that they're about to be bought up by Sony to become like a Sony exclusive thing, and
why?
and they're
Why
just gonna
not?
and they're just gonna put them to work, just like remaking these like classic games. I mean, they took Demon's Souls, which is like a PS3 game, and made it look like it's like the nicest looking game on the PS5 right now. Like what they do is amazing, and if they can do that for like Metal Gear Solid, I would cream my jeans. You know, on the flip side of what we were talking about, like a game where you really like the gameplay, but like the characters, you don't care about the characters. This was a game, Metal Gear Solid 5. I never finished it. I like the gameplay a lot. The gameplay is amazing. I care about the story, but it's so fucking long. And then it
That's
gets to
why
the point where it literally has you like repeat missions. Like the last like third of the game is replaying missions that you've already done before.
this
And
video Kojima was getting fired right about that time.
yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, he was cleaning out his office. He was cleaning out his cubicle, and they were trying to make this game.
That's fucking great.
So I can never
Yeah.
get around to. That's another one that's on my short list of games I have to go back to and finish eventually.
See, that's the sad thing. The sad thing with it is like I played 4 and like 4, dude. That's such a long game. You
Yeah,
play 15 minutes of gameplay and then you're treated to an hour fucking cutscene. Like, I understand like wanting, and that's Kojima. That's him down to like that's his style. He's a movie based game developer designer
yeah,
where because everything like Iroquois Pliskin, like it's all stuff from different movies, and that's it. He's big into action, 80s and 90s action movies. But it's like after I beat Metal Gear Solid 4, I was like, why don't you just put this into a movie and I'll just pay money to go see it in the movie?
yeah. I
Because
really
people want to do that.
I love Metal Gear Solid 4. Like that's one where I mean I was totally. I mean, talking about beating game, the first game I ever beat was Metal Gear Solid, the original on the PlayStation. That was the first game I ever like actually played all the way through. And I mean, that series has had me like hook, line, and sinker ever since. So yeah, people would complain about Metal Gear Solid 4, like the cutscenes being way too long. And I'm sure they are, like they're just crazy. But I was so game for it. I was ready to watch. Like he could have put a movie, like an hour long movie between each gameplay element. I would have been totally in for it.
And that's what killed me on it was that was one of the few games that I didn't skip a cutscene
Mm-hmm.
because you wanted to watch it. But
But it
come
was
on,
it was a lot. Yeah, no, it was a lot.
it was a long game, and like every time you're in a gosh darn airplane, and they have 30 minutes of narrative to explain that all you have to do is go in and defuse something. Like, come on,
Yeah, yeah, that's a
killing
lot.
me. That's why I think the most best Metal Gear Solid. I think a lot of people probably will be mad at me on this one. I love Metal Gear Solid 2. Even though it's not Snake, that game
That's a
was one of
controversial opinion.
that is a controversial opinion, but that's one of those games like I played and I loved. It was a great game.
Yeah, there is
And
a kind of an atmosphere to that game that's unique from the other ones. That's a lot of fun to play.
And then 3, of course. 3 was like when you have to eat pretty much eat fucking worms on the ground. Like I like that idea.
Yeah.
The snake. And then that's the one thing about those games like that kills me with the gameplay, the narrative off of though, is like what's the one battle in 3 where what's his name? It's the old sniper guy, and you can just wait him out a week and he dies in real game time.
Yeah. I can't remember what he's called right now, but yeah.
And that's the other thing is if you kill a bunch of people in the game and you're in like the death area and you're walking down
sorrow.
the river,
Yeah.
the sorrow because you killed everybody. But
that's a cool gameplay mechanic. You literally have to like face the soul of every person that you've killed in the game leading up to that point.
Which
and
is so
it's
fun.
a stealth game, so if you're doing a good job, you're not killing that many people. But if you're just guns ablazing through that entire game, and then you hit that boss battle, it's going to be particularly tough for you.
Mm-hmm. Love that game.
That game's really good. Yeah. It's hard to say which one's my favorite. I always have a soft spot for Metal Gear Solid 1. I really like Metal Gear Solid 4 a lot, just like from gameplay perspective. Metal Gear Solid 2, yeah, just that one's like very standout. Like it's memorable in a lot of ways. Didn't care for Raiden that much, or like his whole plot. And the plot line in general for that game is just like crazy.
Oh, I know. That's why I liked it though.
Yeah.
With what was the one guy, Lucky or whatever?
With the vampire that just wouldn't
the
die.
vampire just wouldn't die, walk through everything. Yo, I just thought that was sweet.
Or
I remember
no, there was Lady Luck, the chick
Lady Luck.
yeah, she had the force field around her that made bullets whiz around her, but she thought it was like her luck or something. Like she thought she was just gonna get hit by bullets.
Yeah. Super love that game. Oh man. Even the boss fight with the fat dude with the roller blades and he was throwing bombs. Like I love
Oh
that.
yeah, Fat Man. Yeah,
Fat
that's
Man.
great. That's a great game. They're all great games. It's hard.
They're all
I don't know if
great.
I could pick a favorite. I'd really be down for Blue Point to do some remakes of those games, though. I would love to see them do a remake for Metal Gear Solid 1. Or even just like 4, for that matter. That'd be great.
Yo, do you want to see what I'm buying?
Yeah.
Go to you'll have to Google it because I don't know if limited run games will still have it. Google um oh my god, Zombies Ate My Neighbors special edition limited run. Dude, I got the Switch version of this. This is what I picked up. Yep, this is exact this one. Take a look at this. I had to pay $15 in shipping.
Wait, so what do you get
If you
exactly?
if you click on the picture, you'll actually see everything you get with it. That'll be the next page.
Oh,
So I get
shit.
my favorite is I get a pair of 3D glasses, the soundtrack to it, a metal Uzi. So that red thing's a metal Uzi. I had to pay $12 in shipping to get that shit shipped. It comes with two different boxes, bunch of posters, trading cards, and a few extra things, and the game. I get all that.
Wait, so
Then
so they somehow, this company, limited runs,
limited run.
do they get like publishing rights for this game so they're able to
They
port it
do.
to the Switch?
Uh-huh.
And then they
Because
just
it's
deck
a
it out with all this other
downloaded
stuff?
game. Yep, and they pay for all these. Yo, they have an edition for this. So go back to this. They actually are making cartridge reproductions of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. They're custom cards. They are clear and like I think one's clear green, dude, for the Super Nintendo and the Sega. And of course, I was like, no, I got because I have both Super Nintendo and Sega versions of that. Dude, yeah, look at the custom green carts. Those are pretty dope. And then the other one is this Ghoul Patrol. A lot of people will buy that one because that Ghoul Patrol costs like if you can get one on in the wild, it literally is like a $200 game right now. And these are made by LucasArts.
But
But look at
they're able just to like replicate these cartridges somehow?
uh-huh.
Huh,
Yeah, they
that's
built the
wild.
chips and everything. And then they have the Ultra edition of Zombies Ate My Neighbors that only runs you about $500,
Where's
but
that?
you get, yeah, I don't even see it.
What do they send the kids to your home to come hang out with you for a day?
Yeah, for what I paid for $100, but that's why I got the Switch copy because I'll get both games with it. What'll be cool is I'll just download. It's like I really gotta open that son of a bitch. I didn't want to open it, but like I'm like I gotta open that.
Do you have it already?
No, it's a pre-order, so I get back the 16th. I'll show you what I just picked up from Limited Run. As you hear my knees crack.
Yeah, I was
Um,
fucking crack-a-lacking, buddy.
dude, a old age. So I picked this up from Limited Run. This is something that's really cool right now. So I think I spent $40 for it. On I forgot where I bought it. Spent $40 right now, unopened. It's going for $140. So I picked up this. It's the Doom 64 game. And this one's for the PlayStation. But if you Google what you get with it, take a look at what you get in this case, dude. I'm not gonna open this.
Is it on
bought
this
it.
site, Limited Runs?
It was on the site. You might see it still. Um, it'll probably say sold out. Uh, but they have unboxing videos. Yeah, that's it. Except I ordered mine for the Switch and I didn't get it for the Switch. And for the goddamn PlayStation 4, which is still fine. It comes with a metal cart. So that Doom 64, it's a metal cart. Comes with a couple posters, a demon trading card, um, and just a bunch of stuff with it.
So this is what's
You
in the
know,
one that you got, except but instead you have the PS4 version of the
the
game.
PS4 version, yep. So, and this literally right now is going for $140. If you find, so this is why limited run with like collectors is really crazy because some of their games like they jack up in price.
Dude, how the fuck do we
Um,
get into this market? I need to start bleeding you nerds out.
dude, so limited run has I can buy just the Switch version of Doom 64, which I did buy. I picked it up. It cost me like $25 to get or $30. That game's going for $90 unopened. Then the kicker to it is so I started doing research about limited run because I was like, this is very entertaining. And they have a Samurai Jack game. I ended up buying the Samurai Jack game. It was a $40 release, right? I
Uh,
didn't open it. The Samurai Jack game right now is going for $140 off of a $40 fucking
so
investment. That
all right.
thing, this is my Bitcoin. This shit is going to go up in just fucking astronomical amounts.
Yeah, you better hope so, buddy. So is
Betcha.
if you wanted to get Doom 64, you can't just like go to the eShop and get it. You'd have to buy it from limited run games.
So here's the sweet part about it. It is an eShop game as well. So why I have not opened mine because I picked up Doom 64 right when they re-released it through limited run games. When they re-released, I forgot who actually did Night Dive Studios, who does all those releases like they did Turok and all that.
Mm.
Night Dive Studios, they had it on the Switch eShop. I picked it up for $5. So I get to play the game and I leave the shit unopened and then I'm gonna have the game. I'll have the physical releases that are limited. What's crazy about all these games is like I would like to show it on the back of this. On most of these cartridges, except this one because it's the special edition, on all the limited run games on the back of the cartridge, they have actually a made number. So you have like, you could be 74 out of 1,000 copies. And that's the other piece that makes them so expensive. It's limited run. They don't oversaturate the market. They'll only release, with that Zombies Ate My Neighbors, they'll only release, let's say, 5,000 of those special editions or something stupid like that.
Right.
So I'll have one of 5,000 and then it'll just fucking become money.
And so your plan is just to sit on them and hope that the value goes up.
Yeah. Hope I'm watching them go up.
Yeah, no,
And,
I hear you.
and that's the thing. Well, look at all these like games from back in the day. Like one of my games that I have that has the most money that I have. I got Mike Tyson's Punch Out right in the case still. I picked it up at a garage sale for $5. That game right now is fucking going for $210, open with the case and manual. That game, if you don't have it like in there, I'll pull up my game app. If you don't have it, let's say you bought a copy and you were one of those kids that bought a copy and you were like, I am not gonna touch this, and I'm gonna buy two copies. One I'm gonna keep wrapped up, and one I'm gonna play. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. So it's 204 open. Are you ready for this brand new? Hold on to your butts. This game going brand new right now is going for $1,361.
Holy shit.
If you have a fucking unopened copy of Mike Tyson's goddamn Punch Out, $1,300.
Wait, is that what you have? Do you have an unopened?
Oh, dude, if I did, that would be fucking squared away. No, I picked up a copy from a rummage sale. Some kid had it. That's going for $204 opened CIB. Another game that I have, like my most expensive game in my whole collection, I have Haunting Ground, which is a Capcom exclusive game. That, if I had that with the manual, which I do believe I do have it with the manual, it is going for $361 CIB. New, it's going $826. Anything that's brand new in the box, though, it like jumps up an awful lot of money.
Yeah,
And it just
because
it kills
that's the demographic. I mean, no one's buying these to play them, right? So it's all about it's the collector's value.
which to me, can you just imagine like that would be so fucking dope. That's why like Samurai Jack, it was $110 new, and now it's going for 124 new. So it's gone up in the past like week. It's gone up like $14.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you can, so long as you trust these people. I mean, they're literally called limited run games, but that's kind of essential. They don't just like keep on printing and publishing this stuff
No, they cut them.
and then you saturate the market and the value go down. But yeah, if their whole thing is like we only do a certain number, then I can see all the prices of these would skyrocket.
That's what that's what they do. But they do a lot of cool games, man. Like if you go down their list, you can see all the games that they roll into.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff I've never heard of, but
yeah, they're all like indie games.
Oh, they got a PS5 game now too. Made of Skur.
Yeah, and see number 2. That's a number 2. Never even heard of that game. Pre-orders closed though.
First person survival horror set in a remote hotel with gory and macabre history of Welsh folklore.
Ooh.
So is this like a retro game that they port to the PS5, or is this like a game that just couldn't get a big publish release?
Big publish release.
Made of Skur. Let me do this.
I've never
Let
heard of
me do some investing research here. Going to do some DD right now.
Official trailer. Just go right to it. It's right at the bottom.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
You're all good.
Oh, that is a Welsh logo if I've ever seen one.
That's a gypsy caravan if I've ever seen one.
Fucking gypsies. You know how we feel about them.
Was it the Scarecrow?
This is the new Batman Arkham Asylum game. The new bad guy sexual Scarecrow.
Dude, that's kind of cool gameplay mechanic. You gotta put your hand over your mouth.
Yeah. So sometimes I do that to women too. I don't call it a gameplay mechanic though.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta cover up your breathing. You do that in Death Stranding. This is Don't Breathe game.
That's what I was just gonna say. They just announced the second one of that movie too.
I still need to watch the first one. I hear it's good. So, I mean, all right, yeah. If I saw that on the eStore, then I'd be like, okay, cool. We can check that out for the show or whatever. I mean, 35 isn't bad. I'm still trying to figure out how the publishing works for this company. Like, can I just go to the PS4 or the PS5 eStore and download this game? And if I could. But the point is, if you want like the nostalgia of having like a box and a printout thing for
It's
it,
physical. That's what their whole thing is that they, as you see it, their catchphrase is physical forever, because they're a company that they're afraid like the industry's going to go to digital first and digital only.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, then everything that I have here, basically, I don't have that anymore, you know. And there's something about having a physical media. It's tangible. It's in my hand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also like after this the whole E3 thing, where like PlayStation didn't really have anything to announce, and Xbox is really pushing the Game Pass thing. Xbox was getting a lot of good press. I mean, to their credit, I think Game Pass is like an awesome deal. But the thing that people lose sight on is that not only is it all digital, but it's subscription based. So you only get those games in the same way that you have like movies, so long as you are subscribed to Netflix, right? As soon as your Netflix subscription cancels, you don't have access to any of that stuff. As soon as you end your Xbox Game Pass subscription, you don't have access to any of that stuff, right? And so you're kind of at the mercy because people are like, oh, but I just don't cancel it. It's like, okay, but what if they like raise the price on you? What if they raise it to something that's like doesn't make it such a good value anymore? Because now you have like your entire video game catalog invested in this like ecosystem, and so they're going to be like, well, now we're going to double the price, and there's really nothing you can do about it. You can cancel it, but like now you're not going to have video games. Now that's all this like huge sunk cost, and you're going to have to go like buy whatever standalone licenses or the physical disc for your entire video game catalog. And they literally tried to do that just like a few months ago. Xbox tried to raise the price of Xbox Live and Game Pass, but it had such a negative reaction from the community that they reversed it in like less than 24 hours. So I don't even know if it like really made that much news, because it got such a negative reaction. They like immediately turned tail on that. But it's like they tried it and they got a bad reaction, so they didn't do it. But there were people in the community that was like defending that choice. They're like, well, I mean, it's a good value, and I'd still pay for it, this whatever. So it's like, okay, so they didn't get away with it a couple months ago, but they're absolutely going to raise the price on you soon.
Yeah, fucking everything goes up. When I first got Amazon Prime, I was spending $99 a year for Prime. Now it's $130 a year.
Yeah.
Netflix, I was paying $7.99 for just regular Netflix, and then they're like, well, if you want 4K, it'll be $14.99.
Right.
Or take a look at Hulu or these Paramount Plus. I just picked up Paramount Plus or Hulu. These companies are like, well, if you don't want commercials, then guess what? You can take that $7 subscription, add about another $6 to it, and we'll give you commercial free. So my thing is like with Xbox, right? And you know my stance. Everybody knows my stance. I'm a physical guy. I like to have that fucking physical media.
That's what the court records indicate. That's what the woman testified on stand.
Well, that's the big thing about it is like they have your balls in a vice. They can just be like, yeah, this is like what you said. We're going to raise the price. What are you going to do about it? Do you want to keep getting these games? And a lot of these companies, I'm not going to lie to you, they're like drug pushers. I'm not even going to go into it. Xbox just hooked me on Xbox Live. And mind you, I don't play my Xbox as much as my PlayStation. Xbox we'll give you a deal right now. Your first 2 months, it'll be $1 for that subscription.
Yeah.
And then the third month, we'll do it for $7.99. And then and then after that, it goes up to $14.99 a month. And then you're like, well, that's crazy talk.
Because they want to hook you in, and it's annoying and frustrating and like complicated to go and cancel it after the fact. So you just let it roll. It's like a gym membership. You're just like, oh, whatever, I'll just let it roll over.
Well, dude, and that's where all these companies, dude, and that's man.
But with the Game Pass thing, like imagine like if the price of Amazon Prime went up to like $150, and you're finally like, okay, you know what, it's too expensive. I'm not gonna keep paying this. Right, so you cancel your Amazon Prime, and then Amazon goes, okay, we're going to take back everything that you've ever purchased from Amazon. Like you only get that stuff so long as you're paying that subscription, right? And that's what Game Pass is, right? So if they decide to double the price tomorrow, it's like, okay,
you have to buy it. You have to buy the physical media, and I guess that's where the argument is like, do you go out and buy physical media? Like, to me, I'm all about picking up physical media. Granted, it sucks, and I have enough gaming stuff I could open up a museum, but I'll tell you right now, I have it, I own it, I physically have it. Nobody's gonna come to my house and be like, hey, remember how you bought that game a couple months ago? Yeah. Well, we're gonna repo that for you. Be like, okay, cool.
Well, even if you buy even if you buy the digital version, like as long as you like buy the license so that you have it, like PlayStation or whatever, even Xbox, if you buy the digital version itself, they can't just like turn around and like stop you from using it if you don't pay their subscription fee, right? Unless of course it's like an online game, in which case you have to pay either PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live just to play online with it. And then really like, even if you bought a disc version of the game, if PlayStation decides that they don't want you to play the game anymore, they can
It's
just
got to be online. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, look at how much of a slippery slope that is too. Because if you look at like, so we'll go into like movies. If you look into Voodoo and all that, Voodoo in their licensee and their legal information, they say that they have all right to pull your digital copy of your movie.
Yeah.
So if they stop paying licensing or royalty fees to, let's say, Pulp Fiction, we'll use that. That's a great movie to talk about. Like they stopped the royalty fees of Pulp Fiction, but I went out and I bought that digital copy of it. In their little legal action, they can literally go through and be like, "See you later,"
Yeah.
and I can't do anything for it. And that's there's like some of those movies. There's $14 right out the way that you pretty much just put it up in the air, and we're like, I think that this is gonna stick.
Yeah, so like, and that's the cool thing about buying a movie on a DVD or a Blu-ray is it's harder to do that sort of thing because when you're buying it digitally, you are just, I mean, it's same with video games too. Like if you buy it digital, and it might be the same legally speaking, even if you buy a disc version, where you're not buying the game, you're buying a license, which is just like an agreement to let you play the game on their terms for however long they decide to let you play it. So you don't really own a copy. You don't own the game. You just own like a license to play the game on their terms. If you have the digital version, but I think it's the same if you have the like. I think in games it's different. Like even if you have the disc, I think you still just have like a license to play the game, and you could put it in your PlayStation. And if they decide they don't want you to play that, I think PlayStation can shut down a physical disc easier than like a DVD player isn't going to be able to stop you from playing a DVD really. But a PlayStation can stop you from playing a game, even if it's on a disc. You know what I mean?
That's what kills it, right? Like,
unless you keep the system totally offline.
That's what I was just going to say. But how can you can't do that anymore? Because now, oh man, this is such a good conversation we're rolling into. Because now what we're going to talk about is the fact that all games that come out now, let's face it, all those games they're being built really quick and then they're being thrown into patches, which is what got Sony back into that fire when they were going to close down the PSN network for PS3
Right.
because all these games they weren't patched out. That's why I'm
like imagine if you bought Cyberpunk and then you bought the physical version of that and your idea was to play it on a base PS4 that was totally offline. Like good luck. That game's a complete shit show without patches.
good luck. Exactly. And now you just bought a piece of shit because they rushed to get it to market. To where, back in the day, that's the one thing Nintendo's really good at is quality control. Like that's what they base their company on. Yeah. It's those little things like that it drives me up the wall.
Yeah, Days Gone was like that. Days Gone 2 also had a lot of problems with it, and then they had to. I mean, but that's so typical now. Like games just kind of they're pretty rough around the edges when they first come out. So you're kind of necessitated to like have. Not that you need an always online internet connection, but you do need to have like some access
a patch
to the internet. Yeah. Otherwise, you're playing just the worst version of games.
Yeah, exactly. Because their quality control can only go so far. And when we were talking about like the whole like Sony closing like a physical disc, all I kept thinking was in Super Troopers where he was like, if the girl broke her foot on the beach but it was in front of my property, could she sue me?
Yeah.
Who knows? And on that note, it's 12:59.
All right.
The snozberries do taste like snozberries.
Guys, we're gonna call this episode. Thanks so much for sticking with us. We're gonna get back on our bullshit here.
This is all a gaming one too. I like it.
Yeah, this was our I guess this was our E3 recap. Shitty year for E3. I mean, understandable given 2020, not much is going on, and we're in like an awkward transitional year between console generation. So there's not much to show. 2021, I think, is going to be a real banger.
Yeah, since you'll have a PlayStation 5 and I'm still stuck in the Stone Age around here.
Yeah, guys, I'm the will soon be the proud. I guess we'll see. We'll see if Best Buy come through with me. But I did secure a purchase for a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, you should have, because I've heard a lot of people getting like they revamped or re-upped a lot of places, so good for
Yeah,
you.
it's. I mean, you still got to go through like it's a
Oops.
process for And so shout out to Rob. He put me onto this guy called Matt Swider, who you can follow on Twitter. So here's what I did. If you're going to get a PS5 and you haven't been able to get one, here's what you need to do. First, you download Twitter, right? Then you follow Matt Swider. If you Google like Matt Swider PS4 tracker, you can find his Twitter thing. He's just a dude who will just like tell you like when any store has a PlayStation 5 in stock, so you get that notification immediately. So download Twitter, follow Matt Swider. There's another restocker like PS5 tracker or whatever. You can also follow that guy because sometimes he gets to drop a little bit faster than Matt Swider. So download Twitter, follow those two guys. Make sure to ring the bell or whatever, so you get like the pop up on your phone as soon as they tweet, and then just wait, and they'll give you like a heads up when a thing had it. So I did that. I got it like within 3 days. I got a PlayStation 5.
How does this guy get paid? Does he get paid with well wishes and good things? Like, does this guy have a job, or is this like a kid in his parents' basement?
I mean,
rolling
he
in
looks
troll?
he looks exactly like you would expect him to look. Here, I might as well.
Oh man,
The guy fucking hooked me up with a PlayStation. Might as well.
you gotta push it. Yeah, that's
No,
cool.
I mean his basic thing is he's just trying to like turn it. He's just trying to turn it into a following. So I think he's going to try to parlay it off into some other kind of celebrity. That's the dreamboat right there.
Radar, look at you. Good
Um,
for you, buddy. Good for you looking out for us. Look for does he have in stock any graphics cards?
yeah, he actually
God
does, yeah,
damn.
he does that too. Yeah, he does PS5, Xbox, and then GPU restocks.
Dude, thank you, data mining, for ruining my PC build this year.
Yeah, so if you want a leg in on how to get that stuff, I'd give that guy a follow.
I'm
Um,
not. That's
he
awesome.
says you can't tip me, but this is what he likes. He likes to refer me to your friends if successful. So there we go. I'm doing that right now. So this was success. Literally, I followed this guy within 3 days. I got a PS5. So it works. You just got to be
What does he have?
how many
He has
followers? Seven hundred
followers.
fifteen
He's got
thousand.
1,000 followers.
Dude,
What
it
a
works. Like
yo!
you just need
What
to
a
get the tip off.
good move.
Like the only thing this guy does is like look for these, like check for these stores to have them in stock.
God damn! Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
God bless
Um,
you, autistic nerd. Fly on, you autistic eagle. All right, let's do some plugs. So yeah, I'm gonna have a PS5 soon. More updates on that.
Yeah.
Whoops.
As you got out of there. Are you still recording?
Yeah, I am sorry. I hit the wrong button. I tried to stop screen share and I disconnected from the call.
It's all good as long as you're recording.
Yeah, we're still recording. We're all good.
So I'm still watching Game of Thrones. I'm on season 7. So, and I think there's 8 seasons. Yeah.
Oh, you're almost at the
Party
end.
to the party.
We'll have to do a series recap when you finish it.
Dude, I like it.
How far
What a
how far
good
into season
show.
7 are you?
Couple, 1 or 2 episodes in.
All right.
So,
You're
yeah, I'm
you're
gonna
getting to the
watch
point
them
where,
tomorrow night.
in my opinion, the
It
quality
drops,
starts to
right?
yeah. But make your own
Daenerys,
opinion of it. Have your own feelings on it.
Daenerys just got back home, so they finally went through, and she's in like the war room where the dragon stuff is, where uh what the dude that killed his daughter, I can't think of his name, and his brother was
Oh,
stabbed by him.
yeah, I can't remember his name either. I know what you're talking about though. Stabbed by
Yeah, Robert's brother, Baratheon.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Where they go back to where he had his plans. Yeah, dude. Wow. I like Arya Stark though. She's the one that I would watch that show for. What a crazy mother effer.
Yeah, she turns. I mean, she's a real badass in that show.
She is a badass in that show.
Yeah, I
It
like
took her a while to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should do that. That would be the next one. There we go.
All right,
We'll
finish
do
that up and we'll do
every other week video games and then movies and TV.
Okay.
You watch Mortal Kombat yet? Of course not.
No, not yet. I'm getting around to it, though.
Jeez.
I almost bought Mortal Kombat 11. It was like $15 on the PS4. But I was like, I got too many other games I'm supposed to finish. So I just
Mortal
finished
Kombat 11 is
just
great.
finished Bloodborne. Did all the bosses for anyone that's that into it. I consumed the 3 umbilical cords. I fought Gurman. I fought the Moon Presence, so I got that
Did do
trophy.
the moon presence.
Yep.
Oh, good for you. So you actually fought the boss that was intended.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because there's basically 3 endings. You can Gurman gives you a way out. He'd be like, dude, if you're done with this, I'll kill you and you can wake up. Which is actually like the morally good ending, but it's like the one that seems like the worst ending because you don't have you miss 2 boss battles out of that. But Gurman offers to kill you, and you can just like waken up back in the real world. You can deny him, fight him, and kill him, and then you become the next Gurman. They put you in the wheelchair, and you're the Gurman for the next hunter that comes in. Or you kill him, and then if you ate the 3 umbilical cords that you get from like whatever various places in the game, you fight Gurman, you defeat him. I guess I'm just spoiling the fuck out of Bloodborne. I don't know why I'm doing
That's
this.
cool. Go for it.
You fight Gurman, and then you fight the Moon Presence, which is like the Cthulhu monster that's been propelling a lot of the plot line. You beat the Cthulhu, and then you turn into like like a little tiny Cthulhu. Like you become like a kin of the Great One, I think is what they call it. So like now you'll grow up to become like the next Cthulhu monster.
Killer. Yo, I don't know if I got any of the umbilical cord shit.
You don't get him towards the end. What did you ever get past Rom the Vacuous Spider?
No, that's where I stopped playing.
I think
because
I think that's where you get
finally-
the first one after you kill
Of
that.
course it is.
If you can beat him, then you're like you're past the halfway point.
Dude, I was over it. I got to him.
It's tough.
I put like 5 hours into it. Them spiders just kept coming and coming, and I'm like, I could grind this game and like go in because everybody else I was fighting, I was kicking their ass, and like I got to him and I'm fucking stonewalled right now. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Maybe you should hop in my game with me, and then you can just go in and 86 them, and then I can just be like, all right, cool. Now let me go into the next part of my life.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be a thing on PS4? It's like supposed to let people. I remember that was like a thing that they like promoted.
You can hop in, yeah.
Hop in someone's game.
Yeah, it's just like Dark Souls and all that. You can hop in somebody's game as I would have to hopefully ring. I think I'd ring a bell and like I can.
Well, no, I'm saying through the PS4 software, there's like a thing where it's like you like if you go back to all the initial trailers for the PlayStation 4, like announcing the PS4, they said there's like a thing where it's like you can let me control your game. So I'm on my PS4, you're at your PS4 home. And you'd be like, this guy's too tough, and you can like pass control over to me, and I can beat the boss for you, and then send control back over to you. I don't know if they ever.
That's what we'll do.
I don't know if they ever. Well, I don't even know if they ever rolled out that feature. I just know there was something that they like promoted when they were launching the PS4. Anyways, whatever. We'll figure it out. Guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. I'm tired as fuck, so I'm going to bed.
Me too. Awesome
plugs.
Conversation.
You want to hit him with the plugs?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just like every time. So just want to let you know, there's a few things that you can do for me in order to make me and West happy and millionaires and get that bling bling, y'all. One thing, subscribe on our YouTube channel. Let's click that bell icon so then you'll hear all these notifications. They're so on time every week.
Guys, if you ring the
do.
bell, we are doing live PlayStation 4 stock updates. So if you subscribe to our channel and ring the bell, you will. I promise you, this is my promise to you. You will receive live stock updates on PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4. Yep. Ring that bell, subscribe to us. Make sure you comment. That's the big kicker. Get us some fucking comments in there about what you want to hear, what you want to talk about. We have a Discord channel. If you talk to us on there, we can set you up with that, invite you on that Discord. Keep watching our videos. We just like to do it. Let's make some money off of this.
Yeah, Braceive, where the fuck you at, man? Braceive, I know you're watching the videos. You're being shy. And you need to say hi.
Unshy. Yep, just go in once and say, hey, West, what's up? Send us that love, because the more comments we get, the more the YouTube gods start to tell us, then West doesn't have to eat the 4th umbilical cord.
That's a rough one.
Awesome. That's a rough one. You got to eat it one gulp. Whoop.
What else? Discord. Also jump on our Discord. We'll put a link in the chat.
Cool. Yep. Discord.
And
And yeah.
you can say hi to us. Maybe, you know what? Hey, maybe if you jump on the Discord and you're online when we're doing a podcast, we'll suck you in and you can be part of the podcast.
That's what a couple people have talked to us, and we just do these late nights. So you guys got to be night owls.
That's the, yeah,
with
you
us.
got to be up around 11 to 1 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
That's when we do this. Guys,
That's the
this is a
witching
late night
hour.
show. Listen, Conan's out. We're filling his gap.
He's gone.
We're filling the late night gap. Okay, someone's got to do it, and might as well be a white guy. So here we are.
Wes, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's just like Conan. You're the host, and then you just got the fat sidekick. I got this, man.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, if I wasn't wearing a hat, you could see I had a quite a nice quaff going on. What do you call it? Is that a queef or a quaff? I got a nice queef developing over my head. Yeah, I'm wearing a hat, so you can you imagine like just being at a party and be like, yeah, sorry for my
sorry for my queef.
sorry for my hat hair. You know, I just had this like huge queef earlier. I just thought I had to cover it up because like, the fuck? What is wrong with you, dude?
Somebody blew that on you? That's gross.
Yeah, it's a total queef, and I just had to cover it up with my hat. Sorry guys, sorry for the hat. I know it's informal. I'm just trying to hide my giant queef right now.
Conan, my giant queef. Conan has nothing on our lowbrow humor. That's why he got out of the game.
Yeah.
So we could get in.
Because he knew we were coming. We were forcing him out.
Knew it was going to happen.
right.
Awesome. I love it.
Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Lots of conspiracy theories. We didn't have time to talk about the death of John McAfee and other things like that too. So there'll be plenty of time for West Conspiracy Corner in the next episode of whatever the fuck this is.
That is the name. That's got to be.
Whatever the fuck this is. Yeah.
Whatever the fuck this is.
All right, guys. See you next time. Peace.
Peace.